So let's go on over to Mr. Ryan. We'll be talking about OpenAPI updates.
Today, our REST endpoints are primarily using the RESTly framework, which creates endpoints that are more in line with what LinkedIn's standards are internally, and have not really seen a super wide adoption throughout the rest of the open source community. So the goal with OpenAPI is to make it a lot easier to integrate with RESTful endpoints through other languages, frameworks, and programming in the way that you want to, rather than just our limited set of SDKs and what we can support. Right. So with the RESTly models, it goes from Avro schemas to our Kafka format and our SDKs that we support. But with an OpenAPI spec, the idea is that you can take our OpenAPI spec and our models and those JSON schemas and apply that to any language that you want to support, and have a client that you can utilize across whatever languages you want. So with this initial set of work, where we have implemented the entities post, get, and delete. So this mimics the ingestion and getting and deletion APIs that we currently have, and that uses a slightly easier model to understand and use than like a raw metadata change proposal. All right, if I can share screen, I'll go into the Swagger UI. So to get to this API and kind of explore these endpoints, we have exposed a Swagger UI. So you can get to that by just going over into the DataHub UI and clicking this OpenAPI link. And that takes you into the Swagger UI. And I'm going to switch over to this tab because I already have some requests filled out. So basically what you get here is all of the schemas that we have internally. These are processed from PDL and translated over into JSON schemas. And these are, and we also have generated Java models that we use in our Java SDK and inside DataHub itself. So for example, for the post endpoint, you can go in and see the schema of this request. So it has the entity type, the earn of the entity, and the aspect you want to send in. And alternatively to the earn, you can send in the key aspect, similar to how a metadata change proposal has. Sometimes it can be a little bit easier to have that object format to actually send in. So this aspect supports any of the aspects we have inside here. So you can go in and explore these, and you get fully documented descriptions, example values, and it gives you all of the information you would need to construct a request just in this UI directly. So one thing you'll notice is this __ type. So for anything that exists in a union type, we have to specify what the class is. This is because not all classes have completely unique properties. So with JSON, it's just raw JSON. You don't have your class types and what have you. So you have to know what is actually being sent across so that we can translate it. But yeah, so there's lots of these to explore. I won't go through everything, but you can see that this will enable you to create a request to actually ingest and know what you're getting back. So I'm just going to run through a quick example. So this is a ingestion example for this earn, and I'm sending in a schema metadata aspect. These are all a part of a Postman collection that I'm going to include with documentation whenever this PR gets in. And so we'll just go ahead and run that. And so we get a 201 accepted response. And we get the earn that got updated back. So if we go ahead and take this earn and then put it into the get, and we get back our schema metadata aspect, we get this response with the key and the schema metadata. And this all lines up with what got sent in. And then we can also do a delete of that same earn. And so this supports both soft and hard deletes. We'll go ahead and do a hard delete and completely remove it. So that gives you the earn back that got deleted. And now if we go ahead and run that same get, we just get the key, which should be hard deleted, should be completely gone. So this PR is open. It's currently under review, and it's going to get put out, and not this release, but the next one. So currently, the top level API is under evolution. So we're trying to get feedback on this, right? So this is our initial setup, and we would like to get, comments back and know how people want to use this and really fine tune this and get it working. So please play with it. Let us know what you think, and get back to us and let us know how we can improve it.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much, Ryan.